Well, hey, y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan. I'm your hostess, and we are leaving out of November, y'all. It's been a fun month. I'm ready for it to be over with, though. Like the most of y'all, I had too much turkey, too much ham, too much goodies, just things like that. And I am so ready for us to get into the Christmas spirit. This holiday means the world to me because it means that my Lord and Savior was born, not necessarily on Christmas Day, but um, it means Christ. So, um, hey, Bad Stain, welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. And we are out of November. This is it. I can't believe this month has gone by so fast. And my dogs are playing in the background, y'all. Y'all have to forgive them. I'm going to write down your names. And I see Jen and Steve is here. Thank you for coming in. YouTube is crashing. I had problems with this yesterday. I couldn't get my YouTube to work, and I'm behind on doing my lives. So maybe it's something with YouTube. It might be something with the internet. Wow. Even had to restart your phone? I know my computer has been lagging for the last several weeks, and I just don't understand what's going on with that. But I wanted to welcome everybody in and tell y'all an early Merry Christmas. Y'all notice I got on my little elf's hat. Anyway, I hope we're gonna have a good conversation today. I hope that your computer will stay up long enough for you to enjoy this. And my baby girl is acting out. Coco, hush. No. She's upset because I'm not holding her on my lap. Anyway, we ate way too much food over the holiday. I'm pretty sure everybody did. Turkey and ham and all the goodies that go along with that. Down here. And of course, when I go live, they want to act out. Hey, Creating with Sherry Jones, welcome in. Thank you, thank you. It's my little elf's hat that I made a few years back. Matter of fact, I made it when my grandson was here, and he was little bitty. So it's been several years. I can't even write today. My handwriting is awful. Y'all, we went through Halloween and Thanksgiving came so quick, and now we're reaching the Christmas season. Hey, Old School with a Modern Twist, welcome in. I've been having problems with my internet service. I don't know particularly that it is YouTube or not, but I have not been able to finish my watch list from the last one. Plus, we had a holiday in there, so it kind of threw everything off for me. But I promise you that you will get some watch time from me, even if it's 10 minutes. You'll be getting some kind of watch time from me in the coming week. And I do keep up with everybody and try to check out all of your channels. Hey, Old Man King Homestead, welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. We actually downsized our Christmas last year. I had a humongous Christmas tree. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Welcome in. If y'all don't know Kevin and Tuber Chat Connect and Grow, please go by and check out one of his lives, because if it wasn't for Kevin and his lives that he does, my channel would not have grown as much as it is right now. And I'm even having problems speaking today, y'all. But Kevin is a great guy. He's from Canada. Thank you, Sherry. I'm glad that you can see the comments. I tried to comment on some of the videos. I may watch more than one of your videos, but I may only comment on one or two, just so that y'all know that. A lot of times I'll just go in there and hit the like button. If I'm busy and I'm listening, I'll go back in and I'll hit all the like buttons. But I try to at least leave a meaningful comment each time I go into someone's channel. Christmas is here. Not everybody celebrates this holiday, and that's okay if you don't. Our house, we do celebrate. We celebrate the birth of Christ. And I was trying to explain earlier that Christmas is all about Christ. It's not about the gifts under the tree or the ornaments on the tree or going to parties and visiting relatives and friends. It's all about him and what he did for us, because Jesus did not have to come into the world, but he chose to do so. God sent his son, and we are very respectful of that and very mindful of that during this holiday season. Anyway, if anybody would like to come up on the panel, you're more than welcome to. I have got the link posted at the top of the chat so that you can click on that and come up. I do ask that I can see your face and that I recognize your channel. So we want to keep that in mind, that we always want to know who is coming up on our panel. We had one guy come up or try to come up on panel, had not even come into chat, and he was doing all kinds of nasty things in the basement. So I was glad I had control over that. Hey, it's me, Angie. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. It's her first time here, y'all, so y'all make sure you connect with Miss Angie. If everybody would, I would ask you to type in the word hillbilly and drop your links so that everybody can connect with one another. A lot of people are going to be home people that come here on a regular basis, but we do get new faces in here just about every time I do a live. So we want to continue to connect and grow through the chat. That chat box there, y'all connect. Angie has a great channel, y'all. I really like this lady. She's new to me, and she's just a lovely, bubbly personality, and I just love that. My personality is not as bubbly as it used to be. I've been going through some things this year. It started in January when I had the Kabogo pneumonia, and it's been a rough year for me. I'm kind of glad it's coming to a close, and I'm hoping that it will be a better year in 2023. Matter of fact, I'm praying for a better year in 2023, because Lord knows we've all been through enough this year. And the dogs went outside. Yay! Peace and quiet time. I am expecting a package today, and if I know UPS, they'll show up in the middle of my live. It's just what they do. It's never planned, but they do manage to do that somehow, some way. So my husband and I decided last year that our old Christmas tree was too big. We live in a double wide mobile home, and we have stuck it in the corner by the front door. We have put it in front of the window. We have, picked a couple of different spots in a living room that we liked. Hey, the Bud Files, welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. We decided it was time to retire that tree, and I ordered a skinny tree off of Amazon, and I was not really pleased with it when I pulled it out of the box last year to look at it. But this year I pulled it out and I took another look at it and really fluffed those branches out and got them to where I liked them. and it's a whole lot easier to put up. Of course, my old tree went to one of my daughters, and y'all, my tree back here is full of ornaments, and this is about a quarter or less of ornaments that we had to go on the other tree. And I gave some to Goodwill last year. I gave my daughter some because she's got a 2-year-old son. My grandson will be 2 in February, and I want his Christmases to be magical and special, like the Christmases of past with my other grandsons. So we wanted them to get the ornaments that were very sentimental to that. Angie, my dad is from Ripley, Mississippi, which is just outside of New Albany. It's in northern Mississippi. Yeah, and the family name was Carson, Carson. Anyway, she received all the Santa Claus and snowman ornaments, and I only kept a couple of them because they were really vintage ornaments that I had picked up over the years. So I kept a couple of them here for my tree, but the rest of them went to her. And then the other just generic ornaments went to Goodwill. And I felt so much better. But when we started pulling out Christmas stuff, I realized I saved too many things. And I still have more stuff that I'm going to pass on to my daughter or pass on to Goodwill. Hey, Barb's Country Home, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm writing names down, y'all. Well, I hit 750 friends the other day. I was so excited about that, which means I'm only 250 out from that 1K goal that I'm looking forward to. And y'all, I am planning to have a 1K party and do some giveaways. So y'all be looking for that. Thank you, Barb. I appreciate that. I wish you could see the whole thing in this video, but I will do a video of the tree. A lot of the ornaments on there are vintage. Some of them are new. Some of them are old. Some of them are homemade. I've got these little snowmen, like this one up here. That was handmade. And there's several of them on there that's handmade. So I try to find things that I like. This sand dollar here came from my sister probably 30 years ago, y'all. And it's a real sand dollar. Thank you. I'll give you an elf wave. Yeah, I crochet, and this is one of the items that I crocheted many years ago when one of my grandsons was up here one year. And we made hats for everybody for Christmas, and I wanted a hat for me, and so this is what I made. Angie, that's wonderful. 726 neighbors. Angie, if you would, feel free to run mine. I actually put that in the description box below. You can pick a short one, a long one, I don't care. When I have time, I try to get over it with your kindness. I can't guarantee when it will be because I have so many people that I'm watching right now. I've got a running list. And I keep this book. I started this with my very first live, and I'm going to go through this list, y'all. And I'm going to see who has come to every one of my lives or the majority of my lives, and I'm going to do something special for that person. Or persons, it may be more than one, and you might get a surprise in the mail. Just thanking you for doing that. Hey, Kaylin Strain, welcome in, welcome in. I didn't hear any extra noise. Anyway, if anybody would like to come up on panel, that you're more than welcome to come up. And I'm hoping that we will see Bonnie Faith and Feathers here today. Y'all continue to pray for her because she lost her dear sweet husband a few weeks ago, and this is a really tough time of year to lose someone that you love so dearly. And if you want to send her a card or anything, you can contact me through my email. And I will get that address to you because I want to keep her as private as possible right now. But she did give me permission to give her address out so that you can mail her a card if you wanted to mail a card to her. And I'm hoping to see my sweet friend Deanna Grooms here, and Miss Tarsha. I'm hoping that she comes in today. I really appreciate each and every one of you when you come in. It means so much to me, and I just love each and every one of y'all. Thank you for coming by Old School with a Modern Twist. I do appreciate you coming in. Well, y'all, what are you doing for your holidays? Because we have several holidays in December. People celebrate in different forms and fashions over what we call Christmas, but you may call it something else, or you may do something totally different or not even celebrate Christmas. So, but I'm looking forward to getting through the holidays and celebrating the new year and praying in a new year. Y'all, we need some things to come back to normal for us. We had, like I said, we've had a really rough year. After I had the Cavovo, we had a very bad summer. We had that drought that came through. We lost most of our crop. We have lost about half our flock of chickens, some from old age and some we just don't know. We don't know if the heat got to them or what, but we did lose quite a bit of our flock of chickens. We lost a couple of ducks over the summer. We've lost 4 turkeys this year, and we're down to 2 turkeys now. So we're going to be thinking about ordering some birds or going to pick up some birds somewhere. And I'm thinking about the garden next year. Barb says, I'm canning cucumbers right now. I'm making pepper powders. I need to put up my Christmas tree. You sound like you're as busy as I am, Barb. Yesterday, well, not yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, I got in the kitchen and I canned 32 pints of beans. And I'm going to have a video coming out next Tuesday. It's going to be premiere. And I'm also doing a little short over the weekend to give you kind of a taste of what's coming. Gail could get you Courtney's spare male turkey. I need a male turkey. I want to raise baby turkeys and I want to raise them for meat. But we had nothing but females in our lot of turkeys, and it was our first time raising turkeys. So it was really interesting. And they are very docile birds. I can walk up and pet them. You know, they're just real sweet. Haven't had any mean ones in the whole lot. But the one we lost over the Thanksgiving weekend was the one that had the genetic defects, and we were kind of sad to see her go. Thank you, Barb. Thank you very much for that. We have an old styrofoam incubator. We need an incubator. And I told my husband, I said, one of our Christmas wish list is an incubator. So we may or may not be able to get one this year. I don't know, but I'm hoping that we can. But I'm also looking at all the seed that I'm going to be looking at all the seed over the next couple of months and try to figure out what we're going to plant. And hopefully we're going to have a better setup for our garden. One thing we will not use again are the grow bags. The grow bags only lasted one season, and for the amount of money that we put into it, it was not worth it. Hey, Candy Dudette Watson, please send goats. Welcome in. So glad that you're here. I'm writing down names, y'all. I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice. But we won't be doing those grow bags again because they dry rotted. And we didn't get a crop out of them anyway. They did not do well at all. Not like we thought they would do. And Candy Dudette says, my son will be sending more chickens in the spring. Just wonder which ones work best. Well, we have a variety of chickens out there. We have some Rhode Island Red Cross. I'm not really sure what kind of breed they are. They lay the brown eggs, and their eggs get pretty good size. We buy them up in Kentucky, and they're already laying. And the guy, every time we go, he gives us a different name for them. So the Americanas are good. They will not lay. Mine don't lay in the wintertime very well. I really like the Long Island or the red. I can't even talk. The Longhorns. Now I'm talking cattle. Hey, Betty, welcome in. It has been a while. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm having trouble talking today, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, they're a Rhode Island Red Cross, and there's a smaller bird. We have some Buff Orpingtons, and I really like them. They're very sweet birds. I don't have any problems with them, other than they get broody. And they will be extremely broody in the spring. But they are good layers. We're also looking at maybe getting some Jersey Giants. My daughter has a Jersey Giant, and she just absolutely loves this bird. So we may be in the future getting some Jersey Giants, which will be like having another turkey in the family. They get a lot of weight on them rather quickly. Your Brahmas lay big eggs. That's great. I don't really know we have some black marlins out there too. And I'm trying to think of all the names of the birds that we have. Kaylin says, I think I may stick to herbs and greenhouse next year since I can't grow much else in 90% shade. Yeah, it's kind of tough when you have a lot of shady yard. Our yard is about 99% open. It's full sun. And if I get my way, the rest of the trees on our property will get cut down, and we'll replace those because I have Bradford pears out front. Hey, Lashes, welcome in. I don't know if I said welcome in to you a while ago, but I sure did forget to write your name down. You're on my list now. And old man King wanted to know, am I making two lists, a naughty list and a nice list? No, I'm making a nice list. These are my friends, so they're all nice. Barb says, I want to be on the naughty list. Kaylin says, greens, not greenhouse. I'm on a deck. And Lashes is driving. Well, you be careful out there, and thank you for listening in, Lashes. I really do appreciate you. Yeah, the garden area we're replanting our garden area, and so I don't know if he's ever going to finish my greenhouse that he started this year. we were hoping to do a video on him putting this thing together, and he was doing it. He started building this to move the ducks around the yard, and it was going to be a duck pen, but you could pull it around the yard. And he got halfway through it, and of course, you know, the bottom fell out of the economy and the prices went through the roof. So we had to put everything on hold. Like everybody else, we struggled month to month, sometimes just to make ends meet. So everything got put on hold, and then we had a storm come through and it tore off all the tarp that he had put on there, and he was really just at that point done. He didn't want to mess with it. But I keep telling him to go get the plastic panels and put on there. It would be better anyway, be more sturdy. Chickens don't necessarily have to have a tarp over them. We just like to give them that extra protection from the weather. The Cuckoo Moran chickens lay the chocolate colored eggs. Yeah, I think one of mine is Cuckoo Moran because I have chocolate eggs in there. And I can't remember all of them. I mean, we've got a variety out in our yard. We've also got some Dominicers or some kind of speckled chicken out there too. I can't remember the names of all of them. Y'all, I have brain farts. I can't do it. And today is not a good day. I mean, I'm having trouble talking, let alone, you know, focusing on anything. Thankfully, I'm not doing a whole lot today. I am taking it easy today. I did can 32 pints of beans and only lost 1 pint. And it was my error. It was not the ceiling lid's error. It was mine because I didn't get it centered on the jar correctly. But the birds enjoyed it anyway, so it didn't go to waste. But, you know, 31 meals, you know, I'm thinking sides, 31 meals for me and my husband, because a pint jar is more than enough for me and my husband to have a meal with some beans. And we do like our beans. So that's one of the things that we're going to be working on is I've got some more stuff I need to get canned. I've got a 5-pound bag of carrots sitting in my refrigerator right now that I need to get canned. I've got another head of cabbage that I need to do something with that I haven't done yet. And then I've got my bread already toasted for breadcrumbs, but I have not ground them up and to get them in the jars. So I've got things on my agenda that I have to get done. And then I have things that I need to do for videos. Yeah, Polish chickens. I haven't seen that one. I have to go check that out. Hey, Rudy, welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. Y'all, we are in the midst of really thoroughly cleaning our house too. And the BB problem is gone, but I want to make sure that we don't have any more of that in the future. And that came out of a brand new recliner. And I mean, it was brand spanking new. It was a beautiful recliner and it went straight out the door. Okay. They look like they have the tufted hat on their heads. Okay. Yeah, those are sweet looking little chickens. We get a lot of our poultry from Rural King. We have a Rural King in Martin, Tennessee. It's a little bit of a drive for us, but we enjoy going up there and we will raise them. We have a brooder that we set up and we get them up to a weight that we can put them outside in the grow out pen. Well, now the grow out pen is a turkey pen and we don't have a grow out pen. So my husband's going to have to come up with another solution for that issue. He may cordon off part of the chicken pen inside the big coop and give it to the baby chicks when we do get some more. But for the most part, we buy these chickens out of Kentucky and they have been really good layers. We've used them for years and years, and we allow them to go until they don't lay anymore, and then we just allow them to graze. We don't do them off. We don't trade them out or anything. They have a good long life here. Thank you for coming in, Carolina family. I appreciate you coming in. We have a 12 days of cookie thing coming up starting tomorrow. And I'm trying to remember who is doing the collab. So y'all hang on a minute while I go look. Because I'm having brain farts today, like bad brain farts. And it's going to be pretty good. It's Ashley with CNC Farm. It's going to be hosting that one. And I'm going to be on day 10 releasing a video, which is on a Saturday. So it's going to be a short on that day and the cookie recipe for that. A really neat little collaboration going on there. I'm getting emails about all kinds of different collaborations, y'all. So y'all give me just a minute. Inquisitive Farmhouse is doing a December collaboration. She's thinking about doing one. And let's see, who else? Our Holiday Blessings 22 collab from Joy Bless Life. So, I mean, there's just all kinds of collaborations going to be happening, y'all. So y'all be watching out for those collaborations, or if you're interested in any of those. I don't know if they've got all their spots filled in, but if you're interested and you haven't been asked, send them an email. They may allow you to go on and get in on that. It's a great way to grow your channel and to grow your friends and grow your watch hours. So those collabs are great, and they're a lot of fun. I can only do one at a time. I found out real quick that I was just not capable of handling more than one. No, I'm making cookies for one day. It's going to be 12 days of different channels making cookies. So it's going to be really interesting. I think there's about 30 channels or more participating. So that'll be really interesting. Go back and look at it. It looks like she's got 3 people for each day. Maybe 4. So it's 12 days, and you're going to have 3 or 4 videos coming out each day. So that's going to be really fun for us. And I was going to do a butter cookie, and I think 4 channels said butter cookies. So I'm going to go and pick out a different recipe and do that. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We don't eat a lot of sweets here. Well, we try not to eat a lot of sweets because we're diabetic. But it is the holidays, and we do like to have sweets. And we have friends that we can take goodies to. And I usually do candy. I do a lot of candy and cookies and stuff like that to give to friends and family. Carolina family says, cookies, num, 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 in my Cookie Monster voice. Yeah, my husband is a sweet eater around here. I eat sweets, but I'm not as big on it as he is. And he's real bad about bringing them in the house. So that's why I can't seem to lose the weight, y'all. If I don't have it in the house, I don't crave it, and I'm not looking for it. But if I have it in the house, then I'm out of luck. And if anybody wants to come up on panel, you're more than welcome to. Y'all come on. Don't be shy. I'll drop the link. So anyway, Missy's channel is doing, she's going to have a Christmas giveaway also. So if y'all go over to Missy's channel, she's dropping clue words to get so that you can get in on the giveaway. And she's got a running list. She does some really neat giveaways, y'all. So y'all go over and check her out. And if anybody else out there is having Christmas giveaways or collaborations, put it in the comments, and I will try to announce it up here. I'll post your link up here in the thing so you can see it. Make good old-fashioned. I think somebody's making oatmeal cookies. Carolina kind of Homestead. I love a good cookie, but I hate wearing my dentures. I understand that one. I haven't got them yet, but I'm getting there. It's Missy's channel. MISSI''S channel. And that's the name of the channel. She's been a guest on my live here before. And she is real bubbly. Got a lot of personality. You'll like her. She had several surgeries back to back, and she lost almost all of her watch hours. Her monetization went away, and she's trying to rebuild her channel. She does crochet. She does artwork. She plays the Roblox games, if I'm saying it right. Peanut butter cookies and put chocolate chips in them like a Reese's cup cookie. The oatmeal raisin cookies, I've been making them all my life, Candy Dudette. I may just do a video on cookies in the near future, just to do a couple of different cookies. But of course, my favorite one is not even a baked cookie. It's a no-bake. And it is a chocolate oatmeal cookie without the peanut butter. I don't like the peanut butter in it, so I don't put it in there. And my mother made it that way. And I also have a fruit cake that my mother made that she made a no-bake fruit cake. And it was like eating a candy, literally a fruit candy. And it was really good. And I've changed, I don't put the candied fruit in it. I do dried fruit in it, and it turned out even better, in my opinion. So I may do that one. I don't know, but it makes a lot. I mean, you will have to be able to give away a lot of it. It does freeze well, but who wants to keep it in the freezer for a year? You're getting hungry with all this food talk? Candy Dudette? Yeah, they're soft. They're not real crunchy. So I may do some videos like that. I need to make notes because I'm sitting here talking about oatmeal cookies, with raisins, and then my chocolate oatmeal cookies. And I don't know if I'll do the fruit cake this year or not, but it's a good fruit cake recipe. Even people that don't like fruit cake like this. My mother would make one every year, and she did it in a bundt pan. Well, when I make it, it's just a ton. And it doesn't fit in just one pan. I have to have pans and pans ready, prepared for this. And I do give it away, literally, but it costs a lot of money too. Yeah, oatmeal cookies with walnuts is real good too. Thank you for coming in, Barb. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Candy Dudette, I understand when you're working a lot. And I'm glad to see you today. And I tried to get around to all the channels. Last week, I didn't get done with all my channels because of computer issues, internet issues. So, but I've got all my names listed and ready to go on my watch list now. And I'm going to try to get the rest of these in, and I'm going to get busy on that list. Not today, but probably starting tomorrow. Plus, another thing I'm doing, y'all, I know it's hard to keep up when you get new subscribers, is to go into your studio and look at your subscriber list and just hit it for the week. Do it once a week and go through and see if you got anybody in there that you're interested in friending in that list, and put them in your watch list so that you can go and watch them later on. And it really has helped me out because I am like totally oblivious to what I'm supposed to be doing. But that's one way that I am conquering my list of people that I should be watching and getting to know better. And I'm trying to bring in a lot of new channels. So I want the new channels coming in. I want to get to know them. I'm sure a lot of y'all have got new channels that you love watching. So I want to get to know everybody. I'm just that kind of person. And if you go back and read in my description of this video, I tell you a little bit about why I call it Let's Be Friends. My dad was a friend to everyone. And I literally mean that. When he passed away, it was standing room only at his funeral, and over half the people I had never met. But every one of them had a story about my dad, and they took time to tell me that story at his funeral. And it was such a blessing. My dad was the kind of person that would give you the shirt off his back if you needed it. We had a man down the street that didn't have a ride to work. And back in the old days, the car you could hotwire. Well, he was hotwiring my dad's car, and he would have it back in the same spot in the morning. And but the gas would be missing because all the gas stations back then were closed at night. So my dad sit up one night and he waited, and he caught the guy. And he says, look, he says, you don't have to take my car. He says, all you got to do is knock on my door and I will drive you to work and I will pick you up. And my dad did that and helped him get another vehicle. And that was just one of many, many stories of what my dad did for other people. My dad could have called the cops and had the man arrested, and his family would have been homeless. But my dad had a big heart. He would take groceries to people and leave it on their doorsteps and never say a word about it. He found out somebody was looking for a job, and he went and bought him a suit and gave it to them so that they could go dressed in a business suit to their interview. This was the kind of person he was. So when I say let's be friends, it's because I was raised with that kind of father that gave me that inspiration to be a good person to other people. Now, not everybody likes people like that. I'm sure my dad has his share of enemies also, and we all know we have frenemies out there. But I still, even with the ones that dislike me, try to be friendly towards them. For one, it bugs them to death. They don't understand why. But number two is we are to be Christ-like. And my dad was a great example of being Christ-like with that. And so I want to continue to do that. Nobody wants to come up on panel today. Well, y'all, I'm not going to keep everybody here for a long period of time if nobody's going to come up. But I'm going to go over here for just a minute. I need to check something on my phone. See if I can't get in it that way. Hang on just a second. I can't think and do at the same time. My dad, he was such a fun man to be around. He was always clowning around with me. But he was also very serious minded. He took very good care of our family. My dad worked 2 jobs, and my mom babysat at home. So it was always something going on. Let's see, where are we? It's not going to show up there. Anyway, I can't find it. Dad worked for a company called Holiday Woodcraft. Thank you, Kaylin, for coming in. I appreciate you coming by. And he worked for Holiday Woodcraft. Well, Holiday Woodcraft back then, I don't even know if it's still in business, but it was part of Holiday Inns. And he became very good friends with the owner. And I'll never forget going out in the middle of the night. Daddy woke me up and he says, "Come on with me. We need to go somewhere." And we met his boss at a little coffee shop. And his boss was in tears. His daughter had run away from home. And I sat there with this man and my dad talked him through this. And I spoke up and I said, "Can I pray for you?" And of course he cried, and I prayed for the man, and he handed me a silver dollar. And I had that silver dollar for many, many years. And I think about him all the time, and the way that my dad handled that. Now, my dad could have said, "Well, you're just an awful father for your daughter to run away from home." But instead, my father had empathy for him. And I think that is so important in this day and age, that we have empathy for other people, because we never know what they're going through. And trying to be the kind of person that will be uplifting and not putting someone down all the time. And I really don't like people that put other people down, just because I've been on that end of that stick. I know what it's like when somebody comes at you and continues to badger you and put you down, whether it's deserved or not. So this holiday season, I'm hoping and praying that everyone listening today will remember that when you're out in public, to be kind to somebody. Be kind to a stranger. I don't mean go up and hand somebody money, but I'm talking about just in general being kind to them. You see someone struggling to get something off a shelf in a store, go over and help them. If you see somebody struggling to get groceries in their vehicle, say, "May I help you get those into your vehicle?" Or just a number of things. Just be kind. And I think kindness will go a long way if we start practicing it today and giving it to other people. Because kindness is a gift that keeps on giving. We can give somebody and then it can continue on. One of the things I like around the holidays, and you usually hear it on the news, and we don't watch the news much anymore, but people in lines, fast food restaurants and stuff, will go and they'll pay for the car behind them, whatever their bill is behind them. And it will continue on until somebody says, "I can't do that." But yeah, kindness is a great thing. So I want everybody to be kind. I think the world would be a lot better if we just practice that. We've become so divided in this country. There's a lot of evil out there. And just a random act of kindness can put a smile on somebody's face. Speaking of which, just smiling at someone sometimes will brighten their day. So you don't even have to say a word. You can just smile at them. And I try to always talk to somebody that we're passing, if I'm in a store, I may say, excuse me, or, well, hi, how are you? And, just be friendly. Um, you'd be surprised how quickly somebody's demeanor changes when you're just nice to them. I really don't have much else, y'all. I'm trying to get ready for the holidays. I still got to finish our Christmas tree out. When I was getting rid of stuff last year, I got rid of all our tree toppers but one. And the tree topper that I kept was one that I don't really care for. So I'm going to take it off, and I'm thinking I'm going to make angel wings to put up on top of my tree. And if I do that, I'm going to do it in a video so that y'all can see how I do it. Because I really just don't, I'm tired of the treetop angels. I'm tired of the stars. I'm not going to put a top hat or a snowman or anything like that on my tree, because we are very spiritual in this household. And I think that the reminder that God watches over us and he covers us with his wings was the inspiration behind putting wings on as a tree topper for my tree. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I have to figure out how I'm going to do it. I do know it's going to involve lace and some polyurethane spray because I want it to last. So it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out, but I think I've got enough creativity in me to do it. I just got to find time to do it. So that's going to be another video that I'm going to do, is the angel wing topper. And I tell you what, I'm seeing all these creative channels out there, and some of the things that are being made are just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm missing my crafts, y'all. I really am. I'm craving crafts. I went and bought some fabric, and I'll be right back. I found this fabric. Isn't that pretty? And I pulled it out. I paid $2.50 for it. And it's 3 yards of fabric. So it's kind of a Christmassy fabric, and I'm thinking tablecloth or something. Sherry said, the last month I took time for myself for the first time in years, and I actually made all my ornaments for my tree in my craft room. Yes, and I watched that, and you made some beautiful ornaments. So my first thought was I was going to make an apron with this. But I was looking at it, and I was like, that's awful thick. That's got to be a lot of yards. So I was talking to the lady at the register, and she says, yeah, I think there's several yards in there. And I said, do you think I have enough for a tablecloth? So I'm thinking I'm going to make a tablecloth or something like that. And I wanted something different in my house. And it's got gold leaf kind of look on the trees. And it's just Christmas. It's just little pine trees in there. And I'm thinking I could go find me some gold fabric and make gold placemats to put on top of that. And that would be really pretty. So that's what I'm thinking. Now, y'all, I'm country, so I may mix and match fabrics too. But I'm thinking seriously, that's what I'm going to do with this. And it was $2.50, and I saw it, and I was like, it wasn't even over in the crafting area. Somebody had picked it up and then laid it down in another area. And I just happened to see it, and I'm like, I'm definitely going to do something with this. And I started working on a quilt, just a little quilt that I can hang on the wall, a little toy, like a toy doll quilt, a little small one, or a sampler. And I was just hand stitching the blocks together. It was just going to be a 9-patch. And I never finished it. So I'm going to pull that out. And I may not get it done this year, but I will get it done in 2023. I guarantee you, because I want to have really things that reflect who we are in our home around us at Christmas time. So that was another thing. And I love the old quilts. My grandmother quilted. My mother quilted. As a matter of fact, both my grandmothers quilted, and my mother and all my dad's sisters quilted. So quilting is something that I have picked back up as an adult. You know, I watched my mother put squares together and stuff like that, but I never seen her complete a quilt. My grandmother would do the quilt tops, and then my aunts would take the quilt tops and quilt them for her, because she had gotten to the point where she couldn't do it anymore. And they were always lovely quilts. So that's something I want to continue to do. And I'm hoping and praying that I can get my little grandson's quilt finished by his birthday. I'm not going to even try to push it at Christmas, but by his birthday, which is in February, because it's machine quilted, but I had to hand quilt the actual quilt because the fabric on the back wouldn't lay flat. That was the first problem. I had to change that out. And it's bigger than a toddler, a crib quilt, so it's a toddler size, and it's too hard to do on my sewing machine because I don't have a long arm sewing machine or a quilting machine to do it on. So I have a quilting frame now, so I'm going to pull that out probably in January and get the quilt back on there and finish it out. I've got part of it quilted, and I was going to share that video with y'all, and YouTube kept flagging it. So I gave up. I said, well, there's something in there that they were flagging in that quilt. I don't know what it was. So anyway, we're going to finish that out and give it to my grandson, because he's going to be too big for it if I don't get it done soon. The boy isn't growing. I'm telling you, he's getting big, and he's such a character, and I just love him to death. I'm just tickled pink, or I should say tickled blue, because it's another little boy. But I've got 4 grandsons and no granddaughters. I'll get my granddaughters when my grandsons decide to get married, I guess. Oh, well, y'all, I've been on here for an hour, and I really do appreciate everybody coming in. I'm not going to keep y'all because I know the holiday season is busy. I know it is around here. And I just thank you again. Hey, Big Dream Productions Plush Bat fan, thank you for coming in. I did check my mailbox, and I got your lovely postcard. And I will be putting out something on the postcard soon. And I got the other package, and the video should be coming out next week, I believe. So be looking for that. I get the bestest gifts from Big Dream Productions Plush Bat fan, y'all. Go check out their channel too. I want to say him or her or he or she, and I think y'all are a couple, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, Old Man King Homestead. You have a wonderful day also. I am closing this out, y'all. I do appreciate y'all. And get your elf on, because we're going to be ready for the holidays. It's here, and this month it's going to fly by. Thank you, Sherry, for coming in. I do appreciate you. Well, everybody, be blessed. Be on the lookout for that Bean premiere that's coming up next Tuesday. Yes, November is almost history, and I'm glad it's gone. I'm ready to move on, y'all. I'm ready for December to get here. And actually, I'm ready for 2023 to get here. I'm ready for this year to be over and done. With that being said, I love you, but there's one that loves you more than me, and that is Jesus Christ. Hey, Urban Gardening Chronicles, It's okay. I understand. We all get busy. Maybe you'll catch me on the next one, but I'm fixing to close out here. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next week. I think I'm getting sinusy. So y'all be blessed. Thank you for coming in. Bye, y'all.